Hello everyone, good day, and I hope you are all doing well. In this lesson, we are going to talk about irrational numbers. This is the continuation of our lesson previously on square roots and perfect squares, cube roots, and perfect cubes as well. So ano po itong mga irrational numbers natin? Let's go over our objective. Ang objective po natin ngayon is to define irrational numbers and to determine the location of irrational numbers involving square roots and cube roots by plotting them on a number line. So without further ado, simulan na po natin. Okay, first, i-review natin ang mga rational numbers. Tandaan, pag-aralan na natin that rational numbers is a ratio of two integers, no? It can be expressed as a ratio of two numbers coming from the word rational, no? Ratio ng dalawang number yan. So, our symbol Q is equal to P over Q where Q is not equal to 0. Alright? So, hindi po pwedeng maging 0 ang denominator. Kapag ang denominator ay 0, automatic, hindi na po yan rational number, no? Undefined na po ang tawag natin. Now, when it comes to rational number, there are different numbers, different forms. It can be a fraction, percentage, decimal, whole number. Lahat po yan ay rational number as long as hindi po siya, ano po yung excluded dito? Hindi po siya ito, no? Non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. Ito lang po yung hindi natin i-consider na rational number. Bakit? Ang tawag na po natin dito is irrational numbers. So, ito po yung mga examples natin ng irrational numbers. So, I repeat, ito na po yung non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. Ano yung mga examples natin na napag-aralan before? We have 4.15, 62 pa. Yung atin pong decimal numbers ay hindi na po natatapos, no? Indicated by our three dots here or what we call the ellipsis. It means it's non-terminating. At the same time, bakit siya tinawag na non-repeating? Kasi wala po tayong makikitang pattern. Wala pong maulit-ulit na number dyan, no? Unlike sa rational numbers, pwede po na non-terminating siya, pero may makikita tayong pattern, no? May nauulit na number. Pero dito, wala po, ano? Another example is our pi, okay, which is 3.14159265, etc., no? Hindi rin po yan natatapos. Wala po tayong makitang pattern dito. So remember, ang pi, ginagamit po natin yan sa circle in geometry and other applications as well. Ano pa po yung mga example? We also have here the Euler's number. Ito po yung Euler's number or natural logarithm na tinatawag natin. Magagamit nyo ito sa higher mathematics. But just for you to know, this is an example of irrational number. Why? As you can see, yung atin pong decimal number, non-terminating at saka non-repeating din po siya. And lastly, we have here one example of a radical that is not irrational number. Ito na po yung previous lesson natin. Kamakailan lang yung ating perfect squares and square roots, no? Ito po, hindi po siya perfect square, no? Square root of 2. 2 is not a perfect square. Why? Because if you press this on your calculator, ang lalabas po na sagot ay ganito po siya. 1.41421 and so on and so forth. Ang tawag na natin dyan is irrational number. Bakit? It's non-terminating and it's also non-repeating decimal. Okay? I repeat, hindi po ito perfect square, ha? Kasi po ang perfect square, ang square root niya dapat integer, whole number. Hindi po ganito. So, ang tanong, lahat po ba ng mga radical ay irrational numbers? Okay, kagaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, except for the perfect squares. Okay? Alright, to explore this concept, I want you to place the following numbers in the appropriate column. Ano? Are these numbers rational or irrational number? Take note, ang irrational number kanina, nasabi na natin, it is non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. So, pwede kayong gumamit ng calculator. It would be easier, mas madali. Pag gumamit kayo ng calculator, you can input these numbers at kung ang kanyang decimal form ay non-repeating at saka non-terminating, you categorize it under irrational number. Now, kung hindi mo pa napapractice ang calculator mo, it's better to practice your own calculator kasi magkakaiba tayo ng setting. How do you input yung mga radical numbers? Kailangan nyo pong malaman yan, ano? So, I'm going to give you time. You can pause this video so that you can answer this para po mas ma-explore nyo on your own. Okay, now let's see the answers we have here. The first one is 1/2. Remember, 1/2 is just 0.5. Okay? Therefore, 0.5 is terminating decimal. Hindi po siya irrational, but rather it's rational number. How about 3? Well, 3 is 3. It's just a whole number, no? So, therefore, it's just rational number. Also with the square root of 9. Ano po ba ang square root of 9? Napag-aralan natin sa previous lesson natin, square root of 9 is just 3. It's the same. How about square root of 7? O, eto na. Kailangan nyo nang gumamit ng calculator. To do this, you just press square root of 7 at ang lalabas dyan sa calculator nyo is 2.6457 and so on and so forth. Meron po bang pattern? Wala. Nauulit-ulit po ba yung mga ibang numbers? Hindi. So, this is non-terminating at the same time non-repeating. Therefore, it's an irrational number. Okay, how about square root of 100? Okay, this is now just 10. Okay, 10 times 10 is 100. Next one, square root of 17. Ano ba ang square root of 17? Alright, in your calculator, you can see that it's 4.123 and so on. So this is not a rational number. It's irrational number. Next, cube root of 1. Okay, napag-aralan din po natin ito. Cube root of 1 is just 1 because if you multiply 1 by itself 3 times, 1 times 1 times 1, it will give you a perfect cube number 1. Next, cube root of 8. Okay, cube root of 8 is also a rational number. Why? Ang cube root po ng 8 is 2. Remember, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Okay, so 2 is a rational number. Next, cube root po ng 9. Okay, it is now an irrational number kasi ang lalabas dyan ay non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. And then lastly, cube root of 12 is also the same. It's non-repeating and non-terminating decimal as well. So ito po yung mga examples natin ng irrational numbers at ito po yung example ng mga rational numbers. As you can see, hindi lahat ng radical ay irrational number. But if the radicals has a decimal form na non-terminating and non-repeating, it's now irrational numbers. Okay, let's go over the formal definition of irrational number. Irrational numbers are numbers that cannot be expressed as a fraction of two integers where the numerator and denominator are both whole numbers and the denominator is not zero. In other words, they cannot be written in the form P over Q. Tandaan, ito po yung form ng rational number natin where P and Q are integers. So it's the exact opposite. Okay, it's irrational number. Another is if the radicand of a square root is not a perfect square, then it is considered an irrational number. Likewise, if the radicand of a cube root is not a perfect cube, then it is an irrational number. These numbers cannot be written as a fraction because the decimal does not end or terminate, no? And does not repeat a pattern. Katulad ng mga example natin kanina, these are non-repeating and non-terminating. Kung babalikan natin yung ating activity kanina, yung mga radicand po natin, yung nasa loob ng radical symbol dito sa rational numbers, these are perfect squares, these are perfect cubes, no? 9, 100, 1, 8. Kung hindi po sila perfect squares or perfect cube katulad ng 7, 17, 9, and 12, therefore, they are now irrational numbers. Yun na lang po yung clue natin, ano? So, let's go over. Let's move on. We have here plotting irrational numbers naman po. How do we plot irrational numbers? In plotting an irrational number involving square root or cube root on a number line, estimate first the square root or cube root of the given irrational number and to which two consecutive integers it lies in between. So, paano po ito? Let me give you an example. So, una, locate nga natin yung square root of 3. Locate and plot square root of 3 on the number line. Okay, let's have first the number line from 0 to 5. Saan natin ipa-plot dito si square root of 3? Kagaya ng nabasa kanina natin, identify muna natin yung two perfect squares na malapit kay 3. I repeat, identify two perfect squares nearest to the radicand 3. So ano ba yung mga perfect squares na malapit kay 3? Alright? Meron tayong 1, di ba? Ang 1 ay perfect square. 1 times 1 is 1. Pwede ba ang 2? Hindi po perfect square ang 2. Pwede ba ang 4? Yes, kasi ang 4 ay perfect square. So, I repeat, 1 and 4. Sila po yung mga perfect squares na pinakamalapit kay 3. Okay? So, 1 is less than 3 and 4 is greater than 3. Now, kukunin lang din natin yung kanilang mga square roots. So, square root of 1, anong square root niya? Square root of 4, anong square root niya? So, i-plot natin yung mga points na ito. So, anong square root ni 1? Siyempre, it's 1, no? 1 times 1 is 1. So, i-plot natin. So, nandito po yung square root ni 1. Ano po ang square root ni 4? No? 2 times 2 is 4. So, ang square root niya is 2. Okay? Andito po si 2. So, in between 1 and 2 sila. Therefore, si square root of 3 ay in between din ni 1 and 2. Okay? There you go. So, nasa gitna si square root of 3. Ngayon, since si 3 mas malapit kay 4 as compared kay 1, ano? Kaya medyo mas inclined siya dito sa 2. Alright? There you go. That's how you plot a square root or cube root or irrational numbers on the number line. Okay, in this activity, try nyo nga po on your own. Try to plot the following numbers, the following irrational numbers on the number line. And then, if you are done, you can come back to the video. Pwede nyong i-pause muna so that you will check your answers. Okay, let's see. So, paano po i-plot si square root of 90? Alright, you just think of a number, perfect squares, na malapit kay 90. Okay, can you think of a perfect square? Kung hindi nyo pa po na-memorize yung mga perfect squares natin, you can go back to our previous lesson on perfect squares. So, what is our answer? Yes, we have 81. Okay, 81 and we have 100. These two are perfect squares. Kasi yung square root nila ay integer. So, ano ang square root ni 81? 9. Ano ang square root ni 100? 10. Therefore, si square root of 90 is in between 9 and 10. Okay? So, ang placing niya is dito po sa gitna. So, square root of 90 is in between 9 and 10. Next, how about square root of 27? Now, square root of 27, ano ba yung mga perfect squares na malapit kay 27? Okay, pwede ba ang square ni 5? 5 times 5 is 25. Yes, malapit kay 27. Pwede ba ang square ni 6? 6 times 6 is 36. Yes, so we have 25 and 36. These are two perfect squares. Ano po ang kanilang square root? Square root ni 25 ay 5. Square root ni 36 ay 6. Therefore, nasa gitna si 27, then nasa gitna din ang kanyang square root. So we have square root of 27 nasa gitna. Bakit mas malapit siya kay 5? Kasi si 27, mas malapit naman siya kay 25 kaysa kay 36. Kaya medyo dito siya sa gilid. Okay, so there you go. Okay, now this time we have cube root of 20. Alright. Now here, instead of getting or finding out kung ano yung malapit na perfect square, ang hanapin na natin is yung malapit na perfect cube numbers, kahit 20. Okay, so ano po ulit yung mga perfect cube numbers natin? Kung nakalimutan nyo na po, you have to be familiarized or i-memorize nyo po yung mga cube numbers natin. Perfect cubes like 1, ano pa po ba? 8. We have 27, no? Yun po yung mga perfect cubes natin. So, we have 8 tsaka 27. Okay? Remember, cube root of 8 is 2. because 2 raised to 3 is 8. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Ano ang cube root ni 27? 3. Kasi 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So, in between si 20 dito kay 8 tsaka 27, kaya dito rin siya sa in between ng 2 and 3. Ang cube root niya ay nasa in between din ni 2 and 3. So, nandito siya sa medyo gitna, medyo gilid, medyo mas malapit kay 3 kasi mas malapit si 20 kay 27 as compared kay 8. So there you go. The cube root of 20 is in between 2 and 3. Last, we have cube root of 75. Okay, ang cube root of 75 in between siya sa cube root ni 64 tsaka cube root ni 125. Ano ba ang cube root ni 64? It's 4. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Anong cube root ni 125? It's 5. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. Therefore, nandito po siya sa gitna. Cube root of 75 is dito sa in between 4 and 5. Mas malapit ng kaunti kay 64 kasi mas malayo na siya kay 125. C, 75, no? Yan po. So that's how you plot irrational numbers on the number line. I only have here 4 examples pero I hope maintindihan nyo po yung ating lesson. You can have some exercises on this para po mas maintindihan nyo po yung ating lesson, no? But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening and I hope to see you again on our lesson next week. See you and God bless. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.